Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nut, and welcome back to Fallout 4 Survival Mode. Last time we headed down to the very southwest corner of the map, exploring the glowing sea for a second time, as well as just kind of having a little look-see around the west of the map, where I haven't really been before. And today we're doing the opposite, in fact. We're heading over to the east, and then heading northward from there, because there's a fair bit of stuff along the kind of the coast that I just haven't really got round to yet. So, it's a lovely early morning. In fact, yeah, there's still stars in the sky. Very, very early morning. We're going to get a good, fresh, early start today. So I'm heading over to the eastern side of the map right now, and from there, we've got a few bits and pieces to take care of. Flipping Rust Devil standing in the spot I normally stand in to call down my vertibird. Bastard. Much nicer morning than last time. We can actually see what flipping direction the vertibird's coming from and everything. So, first up today, we got a little mission from the railroad. They wanted the Lucky Clover fish packing plant, or whatever it's called. I think it's the Lucky Clover. Maybe it's the, no, the four-leaf fish. The fish packing plant, the one where you go and get all of the drugs. They want that place cleared out so they can have a safe house there. Well, that's fine. That's very close by to the railroad HQ. I may as well do that while I'm passing by, not least as it's another scenario where there's a load of ghouls. And loads of low-level ghouls means there's a good chance of more legendaries. Ah, and we're passing over the... No, we're passing directly through. Directly through Trinity Tower. Good work there. But this time, of course, no fist to shoot at us because he's already dead. We've done that mission now. We definitely got a little bit unlucky, I'd say, when we were getting the nukes last time to only get one legendary off that, and not a particularly good legendary at all either. So I'm hoping we might get at least like a couple of legendaries, though we're getting a bit close to a super mutant encampment, to be honest. Yeah, this is... No, this isn't better. I feel like you're bringing us down pretty much right on top of super mutants here. Well flipping done. Nope, not in danger. Marvellous. You just avoided them. Good work. Now, I haven't brought my power armor on this trip, because to be honest, I'm burning through fusion cores at a fairly fast rate, and I don't always need my flipping power armor. Sometimes it's just fine without. Plus, if I have the opportunity to grab the odd extra fusion core and so on, all the better. I can start increasing my supplies. And I thought I saw something over there. And this being one of the safe house missions, of course, I do actually have an objective to go to. So I don't need to work my way up, I need to work my way back down. Yeah, you see, mission like... Why are you not dying? What? Oh, sorry, I was shooting the one in front of you. There you go. But yeah, mission like this, these guys start on the ground as long as I keep myself relatively... You see, he hasn't actually woken up yet. In fact, I could pickpocket him. Amazing. Oh, but trying to pickpocket him actually woke him up. Marvellous. Worth bearing in mind, of course, if you do happen to need aluminium, this is a good source for it. These little trays are very, very light and worth a good amount of aluminium. You don't get as much here as you get in some places, but you still get a very healthy amount. Ah! Something's moving. Oh, I see. My target here is to murder one particular leading ghoul. Okay. Down into the basement on the right level now, but most of the ghouls remain inactive. That's good. Silenced weapon, we should be able to kill half of them before they even get up. In fact, I think I can see that guy just round the corner. I'm just going to put a Molotov over there. There we go. That should have done pretty good work. I've upset the lead ghoul, whoever he is. Now he's going to... Oh, I've upset a few of them. That's fine. We'll just murder them all. It's a withered feral. He's going to go down very quickly. Technically, job done. And there we are. Another gangrenous there. Gangrenous and withered together could have been quite dangerous, but the Molotovs do such a good job crippling them, in particular the legs, that yeah, they just can't do a thing to me. And apparently you were a legendary. Safecracker Shadowed Combat. Safecracker is the worst. Some things are pretty useless because you'll very rarely use them. Safecracker is just literally the worst because it does nothing in terms of actual in-game benefits. I mean, Safecracker would have been more useful back in the older days of flipping older Fallout 3 in New Vegas when bobby pins were a little bit rarer at least. But in Fallout 4, I've always got flipping hundreds of bobby pins. And even master lockpicking is not that hard to do. So, yeah, Safecracker. Very bad bit of gear. And that gets me one generic nice red steamer trunk as well. I'll take a plasma grenade and a plasma mine, thank you. And then, ooh, hang on. Bull barrel powerful 44. Well... There we are, there's a free bull barrel right now for my 44 two-shot. Lovely. And now, rather than looping around, I'm probably best served just by popping a Rad-X and hopping over here. What's that building again? I must pass that building and wonder what it is. Hang on. Can you get in here? This lovely little seaside cafe How nice is this, being able to have a drink right on the water, assuming it, like, you know, wasn't the apocalypse. But no, tragically, it looks like no way in. That's a shame. What a lovely little spot that would have been. Anyway, now we're heading straight up the coast. We've passed through this area before. Should be pretty safe. Chance some Mirelurks might have respawned nearby. We should be alright. And we're heading straight up to the Railroad HQ, where I've got actually quite a few quests to turn in. And here we are. Once you get back to this garden here, you know you're in pretty much the right place. Unfortunately, we've still got a couple of rad stags round here. I'll gladly take some meat, thank you. Lovely. Hello, drummer boy.
Pam needs you in her room.
Pam needs me, does she? Well, I've got multiple things for multiple people, alright? This is going to take a while. Yes, in fact, I've got 2 things to turn into Desdemona. Marvellous. Let's go and speak to Pam first. What do you need, Pam? What's so flipping urgent?
Processing. Further supplies needed to maximize defined goals. You are tasked with finding another DIA cache.
Oh, go on then, sure. Tell me where it is. If I'm passing by, I'll do it.
I can recover it.
Location of cache being transmitted to your Pip-Boy.
Medford Memorial Hospital. Is that the one in the south or the north? No, the one in the south is Milton. This is up in the... Ah! I was planning to head in this direction anyway. Marvellous. Good. We can tack that onto the end of our little great journey north. And a weapons workbench as well. Beautiful. Now, this is quite useful. So you've got yourself... What have you got? You've got a... Ooh, you've got a powerful receiver. You've already got a better receiver on you than I flipping got on my... I don't have any of the components, so I can't flipping craft. Okay, we may need to do that later, because unfortunately, like, you can't just take a component off a gun, you've got to replace it with something. And if you don't have anything to replace it with on you, that means you've got to build a basic one. But even to build a basic receiver for the 44, you need a nuclear material and screws. So that's annoying. So even though I could actually make my 2-shot pistol a lot more powerful right now, sadly I can't at this moment. And you've got the bull barrel as well. But again, without screws, can't do a thing. Now, Desdemona, what do you want to hear about first? The little password that I got or the safe house I just set up? Let's find out.
Excellent work. On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
Okay, seems like a bold plan there. Save 13 instead. Yeah, just save 13.
Too risky. We should save those 13 while we can.
We do that, and we'd no longer be a gnat buzzing in the Institute's ear, but a real threat. I will not save 13 synths and then condemn an entire people. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Well, fair enough, I'll get on with that.
Understood.
Good. Which leads us to a delicate subject. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't be certain how committed he is. If he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him and then cut him loose. Good luck. We're all with you.
Okay, so that's updated that quest, but I still only get a little dump of XP. Desdemona, next up, Safe House.
Desdemona.
I heard Randolph got B-811 out of the Commonwealth, in large part thanks to you. You're proving to be a valuable addition to the Railroad.
Oh, well, thank you very much. There we go. Reinforced combat armor helmet, 150 caps. Lovely. And presumably some XP, because I just completed a quest. Yep, there we go indeed. Ooh, 336. Not that bad for a very easy little quest there. You can keep the helmet, though. It's kind of worthless. Well, sadly, straight out into a rad storm, but no matter. We have got to do the most important thing of all, and that is... Oh, hello! No. What are you doing out here? Go away, Raider scum. What are you doing in this area? I think I just heard the sound of some of the robots from... Yes, okay, I think there's a bit of a fight going on around there. Potentially raiders and robots, that's possibly what drove him off. Got it. Well, no need to get involved with that. Let's just head over to the Brotherhood, where I'm pretty sure we're now turning on Liberty Prime, at least in part. Very exciting. Oh, yes. Liberty Prime is looking much more put together now. Loving this.
I heard about Clark. It seems I owe you an apology. I've taken steps to make sure nothing like this ever happens again. And I'll try to be a little more respectful in the future.
Oh, that was flipping weeks ago. Don't worry about it. Okay, Radstorm seems to have faded. Oh, yes. So damn good. Right, what have you got to say to me about all of the flipping giant pile of nukes?
Proctor Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
Do I get to push the button? Can I push the button? Please let me push the button. It'll totally flipping work. Yeah, only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out.
Absolutely. Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Sorry, I could go away and do a 2-week course on how to push a big red button if you'd flipping like. Ooh, yes. Power transfer switch. Boop.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Alright, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
He just very, very loudly declared something was wrong with his power systems. Did you not hear that? Because I totally heard that the Institute is doomed. Yeah, what about that flipping power core, Ingram?
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
T-60 medic pump. Okay, intriguing.
Damn. I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Liberty reprimed. Nice big dump of XP there. Very welcome. And now I want to go up blind betrayal. Oh, okay. Something interesting's going on here. Right, up to the Pridwin we go then. Alright, up we go, and we've got a bunch of flipping stuff to do here at the Pridwin. One, I'd like a rad scrub, please. Second up, I'm sure I've got some technical documents here. And Proctor Tegan, I got a farm on board for you.
Yes, sir. The crops will be available when harvested.
I knew you'd be the right one for the job. As promised, here are your caps as payment.
Feeding the troops. Somerville Place. I literally just came from Somerville Place. I'm pretty sure they're already on side. And of course we will immediately spend all the money he just gave us at his own store, so it all works out nicely for him. 7 vertibird signal grenades. Yep, very, very welcome indeed. Definitely top up while I'm passing by. And viable blood samples for the good doctor up here. In fact, I think I have quite a few.
Uh-huh. Yes, here you go.
Excellent. This will help quite a bit. Here's some caps for the trouble.
Ooh, 7 in fact, blimey.
Naraya.
I've done it, Knight. I've created the compound.
Okay, what have we got?
Congratulations, Naraya.
Well, it would have been impossible without your help. I've decided to call it the X-111 compound. I thought it was fitting. Here, I already made you some samples to take with you. If you want me to continue synthesizing the compound, I'm going to need more blood samples. Just keep bringing them to me and I'll do the rest.
Okay. And what exactly is X-111? Because I honestly can't remember what I was bloody developing for you. I know you were making something out of blood samples, but what is it? Okay, she has made a weaker version of Radaway, but without any of the penalties of Radaway. Rad's minus 60, but without the flipping immunity problems you'd get from normal Radaway. So yeah, traditional Radaway, you get fatigue, and it also suppresses your immunity, meaning you're very likely to get sick. It's generally a very, very bad idea, because yeah, when you add fatigue, that means you have to go to sleep soon. But if you go to sleep, that means you get a really good chance of picking up something very, very nasty. Then you have to waste antibiotics. It's generally a bad time. But it is 300 rads in one go, so it's quite a lot of rads, whereas this is relatively fewer rads. But I tell you what, just being able to carry that around, just give yourself a little tiny top-up without having to bother paying for a rad scrub, that is very, very welcome, I'd say. Now, all of that done and a good night's sleep as well, let's go and have a chat with Max and see what you've got for me next, my good man.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm trying to remember if I do have anything to tell him. He told me to go and get the nukes. I went and got the nukes. He told me to fix up Liberty Prime. She's been fixed. I don't really know what you want, to be honest.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Now, I knew this had to come up sooner or later because on a previous playthrough where I ended up killing him because I betrayed the Brotherhood, of course he does have a component on his body. But okay, intriguing. Are you quite sure?
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
We met like a few weeks ago, and since then, like, I've done maybe, what, one mission with him, and then I did another mission, he showed up at the end. Like, I've probably spoken to him less than I've spoken to you, Maxon. And suddenly I've got nothing but flipping speech checks. I'm kind of more curious what would happen now if you failed every single speech check. Would you actually drop out of the Brotherhood at this point? But no, I'm doing my duty or something.
Had he told me, it would have been my duty to report it immediately.
Apparently I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future. Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
Hang on a flipping minute here. Before we get into that, like, I know that the Institute is clearly planning to replace Dance, but how do you know that they've actually succeeded? Like, our Dance could be the real one, and the synth could have been killed before the swap was completed. We should probably investigate that possibility first. Also, didn't you just say that was a list of escaped synths? This is not an infiltration. This is a guy who escaped the Institute, probably got himself a memory wipe from the flipping railroad or similar, and then just happened to join the Brotherhood. Like, his intentions were completely honest. He hasn't actually done anything wrong. This is not an infiltration in the slightest. So, yeah, there's got to be some other way, surely.
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Okay, well now you know I've got a flipping promotion. Can we discuss my paycheck, by the way? Alright, Quinlan, what can you flipping tell me?
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
Okay, let's get straight down to business here.
What do you know about this situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Dance under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
He could be an intended replacement who never actually did the successful swap. He could have escaped, had a bit of facial work done, had a memory wipe. Lots of synths do that. We know about it. That's going right back to flipping Fallout 3. In which case, our Dance could still be the flipping real one. We really need to investigate that possibility.
I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Okay, and how exactly did you hear about this, Halen?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Look, I don't really want to do it, to be honest, but unfortunately, yes, orders are orders.
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen! You're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
Okay, this sounds reasonable. I think we're just going to quietly follow you, because if we can just get away from Quinlan, we might be able to agree that this might be a mistake and see if we can help Dance rather than killing him. Can't help but notice that she is leading me downstairs, not towards her gunship. Alright, Halen, what do you really have to say?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
Not if I can avoid it.
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Okay, but on the other hand, he might not be, because he might have been Dance all along up to a few months ago, at which point he was replaced, and at that point he might not have been Dance. Like, we don't know, one, if a swap has happened, or two, when it's happened. Like, a lot of people are making a lot of assumptions here and not actually examining the facts of the case.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, But as a human being, give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
That seems eminently reasonable, yes.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pridwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Okay, and very convenient. It sounds like, yeah, right to the north of the map. That's actually in the direction I was planning to go anyway, so marvellous. That's absolutely flipping perfect. Listening Post Bravo, right there. I was literally planning to, like, head north up the coast, right here. So that just brings me right to where he is. I had no idea where he was going to be. By sheer coincidence, it's perfectly in line with my plans. Beautiful. Blimey heck, bit of a misty one today, dear oh dear. Now, the first big thing we've got in this direction as we head north along the coast is indeed the Libertalia. So if I just loop around here avoiding the water, I can head via, what's it called? Yeah, I get around to Nordhagen Beach, and from Nordhagen Beach, I'll be very, very easily able to loop over to the Corsa and doing synth retention at the same time. Marvellous. Okay, Nordhagen Beach left behind. Oh, hello! You took me by surprise. Mirelurk Hunter, marvellous. Would someone like to help me out with this, by the way? Okay, just finish you off in a single VATS round. Perfect. Apparently, we need to be a little bit careful in this part of the world. There's a good risk of flipping Mirelurks popping out of the flipping ground. And there ahead of me, well, there's mines, but I also just saw, there he is, X688. Marvellous. Now, what are you doing over here? I swear previously you've been elsewhere, not at this exact point. Don't we normally meet more like, yeah, over here, by the wharf? What are you doing over here, X6?
The raiders know we're coming. The sooner we get started, the better.
Yeah, I think they might know we're coming because you just murdered all of them. I feel like this is on you. Yeah, for whatever reason, we appear to be starting from... No. Don't give away our position. Just... No. Okay. You are the worst buddy for a sniper in the world. Let him keep coming. I think he's about to walk into a mine. Come on. Over you pop. A little bit closer. Yeah, come on. Into the mine. Or are you not allowed to roam this far? Oh, that's embarrassing for you. There he goes, he walked into the mine. Beautiful. I genuinely have no idea why we're suddenly approaching from this angle, not the other. It's very, very weird, okay. But yeah, every single time I've played this game, we've always approached from the other side. From those buildings over there. But on this occasion, yeah, we're starting from a different angle. Blimey, we're struggling with the fog here. That's definitely one turret, though. You are the worst person. I cannot for the life of me see if I've got sight of that guy or not, so I'm going to go for a critical on him. There you go. One basic, and I hate you. And level up. Marvellous. From one random bloke who falls in the water. Very, very nice. And I'm claiming we're in danger. Are we really in danger? Are we really? I feel like he does not know where I am. Well, you know what? He can die. There you... Oh! Possibly the guy with the nuke launcher also knows where we are. That is more concerning. Okay, slight issue. I've cleared out everything up to the Libertalia itself. But then we've got, yeah, one of these guys has a nuke launcher. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but I don't have great visibility here. Okay, pretty clean line at one. Legendary up. Oh, darn it. I can't see if I've still got a clean shot at him or not. Possibly. No. Yeah, maybe. Screw it. Take him out. Okay, one legendary up there somewhere. Guy with the nuke launcher is right behind him. If he starts blind firing, that's probably bad. You might be the guy with the nuke launcher. I'm going to critical, yeah? Just in case. Yes, okay. Nuke guy dead. And then... the heck are you doing? One Scava, nice clean shot at you. Right, I think there's a psycho over there in the first section too. Oh, it's a survivalist. Okay, wouldn't mind getting a shot in at... you. Where are ya? That done. Silence weaponry. Let's just get ourselves on the move here. X6. I think he just went for a swim. That's fine. Now we just build up our criticals, ready for the final bit. Though admittedly we can turn off... yeah, we can turn off the synth himself, and then we just have to fight his friend. I think there's one survivalist, but it's not really so bad. Hello there. Who are you? I know you're up here somewhere. Okay, in we go, in we go. Nice and quiet, silence guns, everything's good, don't panic. Is one of them currently fighting X6? Possibly. I'm not sure. Guys? Ah, good, we found one of them. And you're just basics. You'll go down in 1, you'll go down in 0. Also 1. I was kind of hoping... whew, arse right in the face there. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that you guys might last a bit longer, because I ideally need to, you know, grind criticals against you. Also, there was a legendary, what were you? A duelist's leather. Well, that's just worthless. In all fairness, I believe X6 just... oh, now the fog bloody clears. Of course it bloody does. Yeah, I think X6 just, like, automatically catches up with me the moment I go through this door into the captain's cabin.
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
Is it the recall code by any chance? And most importantly of all, his unique shotgun. Plus 25% damage and limb damage has more recall. This thing is a powerful, powerful old girl. And I imagine once we're done kind of completely pivoting into back into kind of rifles, there's a good chance we'll be using that at some point or other, because it is indeed a very, very good gun.
Well done. Here, I'm gonna guess. Agents just like me. So, made it to the top. Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
Absolutely, yes. And I'm going to take you home.
Gabriel, you aren't who you think you are. You're a synth, and we're here to take you home.
Sin? What the hell are you talking about? I remember my whole life. I know where I grew up and who my parents were. Explain that to me!
And I would like to do so if I could. I'd actually like to, for once, not just use the recall code. I'd like to do something else. Unfortunately, your memories have been a little bit altered or replaced or something. I'm not quite sure how it works.
I know this is hard, but it's the truth. Your memories were altered. You are a synth.
Don't listen to these guys. They're messing with your head, man. Just shut the hell up. You got me? Don't say another word.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have my orders.
Okay, so he used the recall code on this occasion. Survivalist, and let's just finish you off with some headshots. That'll get me some criticals. Very nice. Oh yeah, this gun gets the criticals nice and fast. So, he's dead. One more right here, and you will go down very quickly as well. Pop a quick critical there just to stagger you. That'll cripple your head. A few more bullets will finish you off. One final shot. Down you go. Well, never mind. I tried to do the right thing, but sadly he's been deactivated by X6. And another 44 pistol there, but powerful, not advanced, so no way for me to skip my 2-shot pistol up to the most powerful variant. What a shame. Now, I'm told there's actually something decent in this safe, but sadly I can't get into it because, yes, the computer's master locked, the safe requires the terminal. I think Gabriel, if you end up killing him, has a key on him, but obviously he's been teleported away, so no way to get access to that. I don't know if there's another way to get access to that, actually. Maybe there's a key hidden somewhere. If there is, I do not know where it is. Right, well, as oddly enough we weren't actually allowed to do so far, and we started from the south, I'm just going to head north up to here and explore this little area. I think I know roughly what's here, but I would like to kind of show it off, because I don't think I've ever actually done it on the channel before. I just stumbled across it while I was exploring another time. And if I recall correctly, almost every time I've passed by here, some Brotherhood have spawned in and started shooting up anything nearby, so if they decide to do that today, that would be very, very welcome, because for once, they wouldn't get involved in a ridiculously large fight with X6, in which, you know, basically X6 keeps going down, but can't actually ever be killed. And indeed, I think I hear a vertibird. Yep, one vertibird nearby, hopefully already dropped off the troops. No, he is not. Instead, in they come now, I'm guessing, and we have got ourselves the Nahant? Nahant? No, I did. There they go. Lovely. You guys just keep the... When did you just drop in on top of those guys? Did they just drop in a glass box that shattered? May have just missed something here. Yes, a sheriff's department, so another police station. This has got to be surely a place for one of Eddie Winter's tapes. Ah, but wait, there's an upstairs section. Oh, wait, no. Here we go. Right, one desk, evidence terminal. Tell me where the holotape is. Map updated. Yes, there we are indeed. East Boston PD. So one tape has given us location and one we know is nearby here in an evidence lockup somewhere in this building. And there it is, tape 5. Marvellous. I won't listen to these right now. We'll we'll listen to these all together once we've got the full set so we can get the true picture of Eddie Winters. So, this little island, let's explore this a little bit more thoroughly. One red rocket just as you enter. So this is the bridge that you cross to enter it. And oh, that explosion over there was of course a vertibird falling out of the sky, because that's pretty much what they do. And then we just go in deeper to what interestingly appears to have been a gated community. So we've got a bunch of houses and residential areas around here, but they're behind a wall and a gate with what might have been like a little entrance check. So this potentially was a very fancy private community. And a few broken down houses here, but one of particular interest on top of the hill over there. Yeah, that one's completely broken down. Yes, you can see there's still some lights on in a house up the hill there. One shelter. Let's be a little bit careful of them. There's a very small chance, like some of them occasionally do actually have flipping mines in them. Some people have booby-trapped them. Very, very mean. But yes, right now I need some food, some drink, and some rest. So that's fine. I think we might be able to get some of that stuff from this house up here. Before we head up there, I think I just saw over there. Yes, we've got ourselves a flipping group of the darn guys from Automatron. One group of Rust Devils and similar. Okay, well that's oh. You're having a fight against something. Who are you fighting? Hello? Well, you're dead. Back off. Who are you guys fighting over there? Well, killed him before he saw me, so everything's fine. And we got ourselves... Ooh! That blue light normally means synths. Well, that's fine. Synths are kind of on my side for the moment, at least. No, just one basic Rust Devil. Critical for you. Ooh, you survived that, you lucky git. Marvellous. You've got yourself something fancy. Alright, I think it's just the legendary left. Let's get right up close with some lucky weaponry. We'll be fine. Hello there. Why don't you just pop round the corner in a second? There you go. Plenty of shots in the face. There you go. Ooh, you've got yourself something fancy, mind. That'll stun you for a second. Now just a few more shots to get the criticals back. Yeah, 2 or 3 more will do it. Ooh, you've got yourself a flipping unique variant of ooh. This suddenly became interesting. You sometimes tell what they've got ahead of time because sometimes they will actually use it. Sometimes they won't. It's kind of inconsistent. Ooh. Well, isn't life suddenly interesting? A crippling... Well, I've always said crippling Gauss rifle. I'm told it's pronounced Gauss, as in it rhymes with house, which looks odd to me. It feels like it ought to be pronounced Gauss rifle, but, you know, I'm just going to keep calling it a Gauss rifle. I've mispronounced quite a few words on the channel, so let's just keep up with that. Yes! Crippling Gauss rifle. Not the best. You'd ideally like, you know, an instigating Gauss rifle, but crippling's pretty darn decent, because crippling can lead to a lot of, like, staggering, crippled legs are great. Yeah, I will gladly keep one of these. And when I say gladly keep one of these, I'm going to need to figure out how to get this thing bloody home. Okay, I've just dumped some telephones and other bits of junk, and now I can actually carry both of those things with me. Marvellous. Yes, indeed. A legendary Gauss rifle is always a thing of wonder, so very glad to have that with me. Anyway, with those guys taken care of, back to the house on the hill. And it is literally a house on a hill. It is, in fact, a manor. We might just be able to... From up here, we might be able to get like a little bit of a... No, there's not really a good window there. I was hoping we might be able to kind of get some sniper shots from the house next door. Up onto these rocks, we might just be able to... Yes, there we are. We've got ourselves some ghouls. Right, let's pick a few of them off if we can. Another one goes down. We're into caution. And a few of them coming up right now. This many. I'm just going to toss a Molotov over there. That'll get a few of them down, and for you as well. That was a bit unnecessary as there's only one of you. But it will certainly clear out a few of them. And I believe like there can be some quite tough ones in here. Like, you know, you get enough withered and gangrenous in one place. Ghouls can become dangerous. Oh, hello. Like about now, in fact. There you go. Luckily, you all got stuck on some rocks. Okay. Anyone else in there for the moment? Okay, you're over there. You're fine. Dead. Back into caution. Lovely. Any of you legendaries by any flipping chance? No, sadly not. Also, I think I just got scared by 3 basic ferals. Here we are, CROUP Manor. A very special little location. I like this area. It's very, very cool indeed. Now, there's definitely more here yet, but I think we've broken the back of the ghouls that are in here. Ah, rotting feral. Okay, we're getting into more dangerous lots over there, aren't we? There we go. Nice and dead mind. There's another rotting feral. But again, we'll be able to take him out before he gets up and causes any trouble. So in this place, of course, this is not just a basic house. This is a manor atop a hill. You can see it's got 3 floors there and some form of little monument out front as well. Very, very welcome. And also, of course, a workshop. So if we can just clear the area of enemies, we'll have ourselves... Please don't get up. There you go. Clear out this place and we'll have ourselves a new settlement. CROUP Manor is indeed a settlement. And I quite like it, by the way. I quite like the fact that you've got... Ooh, you probably ought to die relatively quickly, by the way. There you go. I quite like it because, of course, the basic building has 3 floors and it's actually quite complete. It's not really that trashed. It's still fairly all in one piece. So I quite like CROUP Manor. It's a fun little settlement. I don't generally see people do much with, but I think it's quite a nice one. And in a locked desk, albeit only novice locked, the CROUP bedroom key. So that might be worth having later. So head up to the top floor. And of course, as you might reasonably expect, would you believe that key gets used right here. Open it up and putrid glowing. Okay, I'd say let's go for instigating with you. Let's just make double sure you die. There you go. Never underestimate a putrid glowing one. And you're already dead. And you had some industrial solvent on you. Very nice. Remind myself, anything good in here at all? Or the basement key. Okay, so if you don't have lockpicking, you need to basically go to the desk, grab the key to get to the bedroom, kill the guys in here, grab the basement key out of the dresser, and then you can do the basement. But because the basement is actually technically part of a separate level, I think actually we might be able to claim this settlement for ourselves already. No, not quite yet. I think maybe we do need to clear out the basement first. Which is odd, because I think the basement is, yeah, technically, for a little load zone, but maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it's just that there's a legendary rotting right flipping there, and you are going to die very quickly, fortunately. Now, please don't tell me you've got anything good, otherwise, ooh, Mutant Slayer's Packrite Arm. Yes, indeed, even though I haven't been to Nuka World yet, the Nuka World stuff has started spawning in. Mutant Slayer, how heavy is that, to be honest? 11. 11 for... How many times am I even going to be fighting... I'm barely going to be fighting super mutants again this entire thing. I really don't think that's worth bothering with. The annoying thing is, I probably would actually choose to keep that as normal circumstances, but right now I'm just really at weight capacity. Now, in here, careful in here. Because would you believe there's flipping ghouls yet? That's 1 stalker, 1 withered. I will take the withered first, and then you before you see me. We've got more over there yet. And just go for... I've missed all the shots. Now you're dead, though. Okay. More in here. Over here. You're just... Okay, you're a shard, but not a legendary, so you'll go down in a few shots. Lovely. I like the shard. I like all the different designs of the ghouls. Okay. And is that... I think that is indeed all of them. If you're not prepared for ghouls, this can be a nasty, surprising room. Especially when you get flipping legendary rotting. Legendary rotting is not fun. Auto stim operator's chest. No, I don't really like auto stim, especially on survival. Like, at that point, in survival, you generally don't want to be using stim packs unless you absolutely have to. You'd rather be using food anyway. So, a situation where the game forces you to use stims and thus take on dehydration is actually not good. Yeah, that's a bad thing. Any of you alive? No, does not seem like it. Instead, down here, we've got ourselves 1 safe. Nothing special here at all, of course, just a usual safe. But more importantly, the terminal explains what exactly is going on here. Theodore's personal terminal. Maybe he can tell us what happened to poor Alvin and Simon. Oh my god, they became ghouls. When my father said that nothing could change the CROUP family dynasty, not even the crippling debt from a bad stock market trade, he apparently didn't think about a world flood with radiation poisoning. Let me back up. When I watched the mushroom clouds rising, I thought it was somebody's sick joke. I prayed for something to wipe away the debt, but this was not what I had in mind. Well, could be worse. I locked the rest of the family in the basement and hid the key. Couldn't bring myself to kill them. They may be disgusting monsters, but that's still my Aunt Belinda in there. I've started to find out there's other survivors out here. Some of them look like roadkill too. They all killed the ones that turned into monsters and started trying to kill us normal ones. Weird thing I noticed, none of the ferals seemed interested in attacking those of us falling apart. So poor Theodore became a ghoul but not a feral, and the rest of his family all went feral almost immediately. Okay, it worked. I went into the basement and the rest of the family didn't try to kill me. Actually, they kind of ignored me, but that's not the point. The point is the old world is dead, everyone is back to square one, our debt is gone and we can start over! Look, if I can still talk and function and act like a normal human being, then so can they. They just need a little nudge. The CROUP family will be back on top in no time! And then, of course, the final entry, who cares? Hundreds of years. Hundreds, I can't flipping die, none of us can. I've spent hundreds of years trying to teach these creatures how to act human. I've got nothing to show from it, except maybe my cousin James can spot the difference between a salad fork and a regular fork. How the hell are we supposed to be the affluent socialite CROUP family again if we're all monsters? This is pointless. I swear to God, I'm going to bust in Aunt Belinda's head if she doesn't listen to me. You just watch. So, yes, his plan to see if he could just kind of reintegrate his ghoulified family into society didn't really work very well. I wonder which one of these people was Aunt Belinda. It's very hard to tell. Ghouls are kind of agendered, really. Also, is this water rat-free? Oh, no, never mind. No, it isn't. And I just got ill from fatigue from drinking the poisoned water, which I thought was clean. I probably should have guessed it wouldn't be clean, to be honest. There is, you know, clearly the small issue that ghouls have been living in it and all of that jazz. Never mind. Anyway, that should be everyone dead down here. And there we are. The manor belongs to me. Beautiful. It's actually a fairly large, nice one as well. Like, it's not just the house. Like, it does extend down the road a little bit. You've got a fair amount of, like, this area here, which is very, very welcome. It's actually, yeah, a decent-sized settlement, which I do actually quite like. And I don't really see many people mentioning, because it's kind of out of the way, really. There's not much point to come out of this little island. But I will say, nice settlement, and I like the little story. And I think the house is, well, the house is... Aside from, like, well, from the front, it's very much in good shape. There's, like, a few holes at the side, sure, but from the front, it actually looks like a pretty decent house. I think it's actually quite respectable. So, you know, you fill that with some nice lights, put some flags up to cover up the holes, kind of patched up a little bit. I think this is a nice, respectable settlement right here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is enough for now as we have taken back CROUP Manor. I am going to rest, relax, and try and recover from my injuries and sickness here overnight. And next time, we'll finish exploring the rest of this little island. There's a couple of other fun little things here. And then we will head further north, potentially even running into poor old Dance. I'm interested to see how he's going to explain himself. Like, did he know? Did he get himself memory wiped by the railroad? Who knows? We'll find out together. So, that's coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Fallout 4 Survival Mode. Thank you very much, and goodbye. You should have got up faster. Well, as long as Anne's alright. I like Anne. She's my favourite character who hasn't said or done anything so far this game. I know this is slow, but I'm not wasting my weapon on you. You're not flipping worth it. I should not do too much more ramming. Oh, who am I kidding? I'll ram anything I see.